This is for the Attorney General. How do you see this task force as being different from the commission that you've been operating for a couple of years now?
Well, first of all, I think the number one important thing is the governor, there's only one governor in the state, and the governor focuses on an issue, it means a lot. And so Governor Kasich focusing on this issue today is very, very important. Second, there is a difference. The governor has charged his group, which is an internal group inside his administration, with coming up with very specific things within a 90-day period of time. I would assume that they will coordinate efforts in regard to our working group. We have in our working group, there's a lot of people outside of them. So those two will complement each other very, very closely.
Yeah, I mean, the other point of this, Jim, is that there are a lot of services here, again, that need to be coordinated. So you have Tom Charles that represents the Highway Patrol. They have agreed to take this on, just like they have with prescription drug abuse and the stopping of drugs, which is just a tsunami in our state and in our country. Michael Colbert's here so that when we find a victim, we can begin to, they don't have any money, they don't have any place to go, nowhere to live, so they're going to have a safe place to go. We also have Tracy Plow, who runs mental health, so they can get, it's a 360, hopefully a 360 comprehensive approach to being able to help the victims to get on their feet. And Mike, I think, is on your people will be on this task force, and Teresa will be on it, of course, and it's designed to begin to see how we can take a 360 approach, and then that's only the first step. Then we've got this legislation we have to move forward. And my question is, why can't we do it all at once? And as they tell me, there's just a number of steps we have to go through. First, it'll be the trafficker, but then we've got to get into the business side of this, and we'll be doing that as well. And this is a case where, in what we did with changing sentencing reform, this will be one, if we catch you, we're going to lock you up forever and throw away the key. I don't know when you're going to get out. So there's a warning coming, and then the action will come soon.
Can I
Yes.
to clarify? We have 6 subcommittees on the TIPS Commission. You can go on the General's website and look at that. But we have subcommittees that study the scope of the problem and make the recommendations. So we have a demand and reduction subcommittee. We have an education advocacy subcommittee, prevention subcommittee, legal legislative subcommittee, human services subcommittee, and yeah, I mentioned that. What we do is we study the scope of the problem as we're understanding it in Ohio, and it's a broad-based, statewide organization. Organizations come forward, then they make the recommendations. So the task force is a very logical next step, because we immediately then can merge and link those services that we can already do, and then keep track of how we're doing it. And the task force can also measure our effectiveness in reaching the services. So it's a comprehensive approach and a victim-centered approach, which we're using across the nation. And so I'm grateful for that. It will be a nice linkage.